And I even did set up the lighting for this video. Oh my god, how cool am I? How cool of a blogger am I? Actually, I just wanted to let you know my thoughts on the topic, and the topic is IELTS exams, which I will be taking very soon in about 5 days. I have no idea what day today is. So I just wanted to highlight and emphasize some of the ideas that I want guys to share with you on the topic of IELTS that I'm taking. Let's go. I am Anya and I will be taking an exam in 5 days, as I mentioned. I'm an English teacher. I'm an English tutor, to be exact. So for me, of course, any type of an exam seems a bit less terrifying, as I feel more confident due to the amount of practice and the long periods of studying processes in my university, in my linguistics department, with my students, with myself and by myself. I do a lot of research on different topics just to prepare for my classes. So when I decided to take up on a journey, to embark on a journey of preparing for IELTS, I had no idea why I'm doing that. The only reasoning, the only example for my trail of thinking was that I'm willing to take some kind of a challenge, to challenge myself to do something not too difficult, albeit still fun. And IELTS was just right up my alley. And of course, when I do something, I tend to aim for perfection. I tend to be really focused on being exceptional and excelling at things. So that's why I'm aiming for a C2 certificate, a C2 level, which is a level of an educated native speaker, not a random speaker, not a random Englishman or an American, but a very well-spoken and well-read one. How crazy is that, right? Right. So my preparation was not too hard and not too profound, I would say, as yes, I had signed up for a course that I had already, of course, fulfilled, that I had already passed. The course lasted for about a month and a half, and it was the basics. It was the foundation, the basics of the exam. I knew it pretty much, not all of it, but I knew some information, some facts that were mentioned there. However, of course, there were some tricks and life hacks, especially they were useful due to the writing part, because the writing part is always extremely hard, not only for me, but for all, I guess, people who are taking IELTS as their exam. So I am really willing to get a 9 in speaking. However, I do tend to speak sometimes too fast, and that bites me right in the ass. And I love to speak like that. So I love to speak in slang, using a lot of colloquial phrases, and we don't normally do it in a speaking part in IELTS, I mean. So I will try to drop it down a notch, but my main goal is 8.5 in speaking still. 9 or 8.5. I take nothing less. 8 would be nice, but I can do more, because my speaking, I love my speaking. It is something that I personally pride myself in. My aim is 8 in writing. 8.5 would be extremely good, exceptionally perfect, amazingly nice. However, yeah, 8 would be nice too. If I get less, I will be a bit frustrated. Not even a bit. I would be down in the dumps. You will find me in the dumpster crying and eating squirrels. Okay, I don't know why I emphasize that, but okay, never mind. So yes, these are my goals. 9, 8.5, 9. This is what we are aiming for. However, we'll see soon. You will see my reaction to the exam and to the questions in an exam when I pass it already, or when I'm in Turkey already. I'm not scared because I was running for my life with my friend. We were late. I was gonna be late, but I'm not late anymore, although I didn't practice much, so I'm kind of scared, but not really. I love their lifts. They're kind of weird. Okay, so I'm out of the exam. I'm out of the room where I took my exam, and it was quite a unique experience because my reading and listening kind of sucked. So guys, I promised to tell you about the exam and I completely forgot, and I don't like the placement of my camera. Okay, it's better. So yesterday I took my IELTS exam. It was quite a predicament because I totally spaced out in part 1 of the listening part. Then reading part caught me a bit off guard because it was the first time ever in my life when I felt like everything is kind of wrong. Okay, not everything, but like there were some parts, again, my favorite parts, true or false. Even the headings were a bit tricky, but I think I did them okay. I did them right. However, I totally felt lost. Maybe due to the new novel nature of the exam, you know, whenever you're doing something new, you kind of feel lost. Even when you have practice, it's still a test, it's still an exam. It's pretty tough. Oh, what is wrong with me? Okay. So yeah, I was a bit lost. Writing? Oh, I will tell you what I had. So the listening where I spaced out was completely okay. It was about elementary school, like a registry or a form to apply, something like that. Then in part 2, what did I have in part 2? Oh, I had people traveling to Africa or to some distant place, I don't remember. And like part 2, exercise 2 was quite easy. People were traveling, and you needed to say what types, means of transport they used, like by bus, by car, by raft, on donkeys, and so on. So it was quite easy. Part 3, completely forgot. I don't remember anything about it. The reading, I remember reading was about Australian airborne, like volunteers, a group of people who helped, like dentists and doctors who helped people in Australian remote places. Then there was a reading part about tapas. Oh, it was a listening, actually. Listening was about tapas. Reading was about dentists, about men and women in childcare in Britain, especially, where the speaker, like the text, was discussing the role of men in childcare and how women and men react to children and to upbringing their offsprings, this thing. Then writing was part 1 was, oh no, my least favorite bar chart, but it's okay. I did writing 1 second. I did the writing part 2. I did writing part 2 first, and then I did writing part 1. And it was great. It was amazing. Like, I had enough time to kind of write my essay completely, and I was not scared about it. However, I didn't proofread, which is a big mistake, but that's okay. And then I did writing part 1, which was a bar chart, and I felt lost doing it. I felt really lost because the data was kind of hard to compare or just to summarize. It was really different. So yeah, part 1 was pretty difficult, but part 2 was easy for me. It was about many problems that the world is facing at the moment, and good connection, good relationship between countries is important. Do you agree or disagree? To what extent do you agree or disagree? And I wrote that I completely agree, and gave 2 examples about wars and how they disrupt environment, and about people how not communicating well disrupts people's peace in a way, you know. For example, COVID, China didn't communicate the problem soon enough. That's why the illness got spread. And the second example was about Iranian people, and not Iranian people, Iran in general, and how they had a lot of climate and ecological change due to nuclear weapons, carbon dioxide, and other stuff. So yeah, it was part 2, and we are waiting for the results. So that's it.
I feel like I have received my IELTS results, but I'm not sure. They say that they are available and I can access them. However, I'm scared as shit. Okay, even if I have C1, I will not cry. I will be just very upset, but I will not cry. Just for the sake of our holiday, so we don't get upset. Okay, maybe I will cry, but it will be okay. Maybe I will cry, but it will be okay. I'm loading the screen. No, I won't use English. 5 minutes ago, I was stuffing my belly with lots of things, and now I will vomit. I will barf. I will legitimately barf. Oh, I'm gonna cry and die. It's uploading.
Господи, я уже давно увидела.
It's uploading. It's loading. It's loading. It's loading.
Ко мне вырезали.
Okay, yeah.
Wie alt bist du?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
It's okay. I can't do it.
Я хотела посмотреть, не увидела.
Что там не видно сейчас. Я увидела. Overall 8. Я завалила, ну не, я завалила по своему ощущению. Okay, I kinda flopped in writing, I think writing 1, or I didn't proofread my essay. I'm not sad, but I got 8.5 everywhere, so I'm kinda happy with that. I'm happy with that because I was really scared if I get like 8 in reading or listening. I wouldn't have been really upset because it was like the easiest part, and writing is the hardest part, so it's understandable. But let's see. Okay, so they don't write it here what I had wrong, but it's okay. It's okay. If I had 8, I guess I would have had 8.5 overall. But it's okay. Не так плохо. Я думала, будет
Можно
хуже.
сказать свое мнение? Я видела, что 7 в writing это очень хорошо вообще.
Это хорошо,
Это
но...
очень мало кто пишет на 7.
Это, понятное дело, это самая сложная часть.
Вот,
Но
поэтому
обидно,
я считаю, что это
обидно.
вообще кайф.
Нет, и что? 8.5 speaking. That's cool.
В остальных у всех 8,5 вообще просто огонь.
I know.
Это очень
I
классно.
know. Yeah. I guess next time I double proofread my writing, and I made so many mistakes in listening, and I had a lot of mistakes in reading. I had like 3 mistakes in reading, I guess, so it's okay. I will retake IELTS one day. I will come after it again, but I'm okay. I'm not upset. Too upset. Bye.